Hey guys, it's Aldazat here, and today I'm bringing you guys a little guide on the UI I use for leveling my Boomkin Druid. I'm going to be going addons I use, the rotation I use, and the spec that I use, although the spec really I'm just showing you guys what I use. I'm not really suggesting anything, since personally I find that it's really by your preference. I mean, if you rather have, self-heals, or it really depends what you like. Like, I don't use Nature Swiftness. I use the 30% heal. I rather that for in leveling situations. I know some people might prefer Nature Swiftness because they do BGs and stuff, but you know what? I find the 30% heal helps me out in both leveling and BGs, so really it's personal, but I'm just going to show you guys what I use. So first add-on I'm going to go over is this one right here. As you guys can see, there's a bar here with 5 spells on it. It's also scaled a bit bigger than usual. This add-on is called Extra Bars. It's available on the Curse client. I'm going to put links to all the add-ons in the description, so feel free to check those out after you've watched the video. So pretty much what this add-on does is, you guys can see, it's a bar. Pretty much it adds the possibility of 4 bars without modifying any of your, like, the normal WoW UI. So I could have a bar like with 5 spells, and then I could unlock it with that little button there. Grow it like this, make it 1 even, or it's whatever you like. And you could scale it differently. You can make it bigger and smaller, move it around and stuff. And the keybinds are available on them. Obviously, it's a pretty key component. So I like putting my most used spells on there. So as in Moonfire, Sunfire, Starfire, Wrath, and Star Surge. I do not put Starfall on there because I don't use Starfall when I'm leveling. I use it in BGs obviously, but when I'm fighting mobs I rather not use it, or else I pull everything that, like, within 30 yards of me, so it's kind of puts me in a sticky situation. So the second add-on I use, as you guys can see here, is Expearl Unit Frames. That add-on is also available on the Curse client. What this add-on does is that it pretty much modifies your whole like your party frames, your character frames, and your raid frames. You can move them around as well as change what it shows. Like, you could pretty much it's completely customizable. The main reason I have it, honestly, is to like, you see here's my target right here, and when I cast like Sunfire and Moonfire, you can scale these to the size you want. They can be much bigger, they can be much smaller. It really doesn't matter. But since I have a DK and a Druid, I like to monitor my debuffs on my target. So pretty much it gives you a big timer, and it's visible. Like, I like having it right there, so I'm able to see what's going on, because I want to keep those on at pretty much all time when I'm fighting a mob. So yeah, it's pretty much a customizable little UI you have here. So those are the 2 main add-ons I use. As you guys can see, I also have a casting bar that's a bit different here. It shows your like your MS and stuff. The reason I use it is because Expearl makes for some reason my normal cast bar does not show up when I have Expearl. When Expearl is activated, I do not have my normal WoW cast bar showing. So for that reason, I went and I already had Quartz. Yeah, the add-on is called Quartz, by the way. I already had Quartz beforehand, but I disabled it because I don't know why. I just didn't like it at one point, so I just decided to disable it. When I started using Expearl, I realized that the cast bar disappeared, and it's pretty. I like having my cast bar, obviously. So yeah, that's Quartz. And another cool feature of Quartz is that here, if you go to Quartz and I go toggle bar lock, I have my target that I put right under my Expearl frame. That's my target's cast bar. You have your focus cast bar here that you can move these around. My pet, but I don't really have a pet, so that's why I leave him. Focus, I put it somewhere else for arenas, but since I'm not level 90 yet, I decided to move it to the side for now. And then you can lock them and they stay there, and you have to go back to interface to unlock them, so there's no chance you're going to make your cast bar disappear during combat. So that's pretty much the list of add-ons that I use for for leveling, you know, for straight leveling, I know I have a bunch of add-ons for battlegrounds and raiding, obviously. I always have deadly boss mods on, no matter what I'm doing. Even if I'm leveling 1 to 10, I never disable deadly boss mods. It's always key, you know. Also, I do not use bag on. I know a lot of people do. I don't know why, but it's just I guess it's a matter of me just getting used to the normal WoW bags. I never really got used to the bag on. When I turn it on, it just doesn't feel normal. I don't know. I'm weird like that, but hey, whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much the add-ons I use. For my rotation, I don't know why I'm calling it a rotation. It's just pretty much I find it's more of a spell priority / rotation for Boomkin Druids. I always start off with Moonfire, Sunfire. I try to keep that on the mob the whole time. Usually I'll have to cast it twice when I'm killing a mob. Sometimes I won't bother casting it twice, but since mana regen is ridiculously high, you should probably use it twice per mob. And then I'll use Star Surge on cooldown every time it's available. And I'll do Wrath until I hit the Lunar Eclipse, and then Starfire until I hit Solar, in whichever, you know, it doesn't have to be in a certain order. I just do it, I alternate pretty much Star Surge on cooldown. And when I'm in dungeons, I use as well Starfall on cooldown all the time. So that's pretty much my rotation / spell priority that I would suggest to you guys if you guys aren't using that. As for other spells, I don't think they really fit in the rotation. I just use them when I need them, pretty much. You know, like Barkskin I use when I have a lot of mobs on me, as well as, you know, Cyclone to CC, you know, healing spells, blah blah blah. The shrooms I'll use, I know I call them shrooms, right? I'll use them sometimes in AoE situations where I don't want to use Starfall, but in that case I'll normally use Hurricane. That's pretty much my spells that I use. Right now my talents are really screwed up. You guys might not agree with them. Honestly, I kinda, you know, I've only been on Mist of Pandaria for a week. I changed them once. I had them a different way at the beginning. This is pretty much what I find interesting for them. Really, there's nothing to suggest for this. I mean, it's really what you guys want to have as some extra spells. I like Displacer Beast for BGs. It's fucking great. I love it. Renewal's also great for leveling situations, like, you know, emergency heal, as well as BGs. But I know Nature Swiftness is also good. Yeah, Nature Swiftness is good for the extra length on Moonfire and Sunfire, obviously. But I mean, also I wouldn't use that for that because it's let me see that. No, actually it doesn't become instant cast, but see, I haven't even looked at all these talents, but this is what I use for me. Really, it's like it's pretty much for my, like I said before, it's your personal choice. It's what you want as extra spells. I mean, I tried Force of Nature. I rathered the extra lunar, like the extra solar power and lunar power when I gain an eclipse, because that's what I try to do with my rotation. As for, I think that's it. Also, oh yeah, I wanted to talk about keybinds. My keybinds that I use, I know not a lot of people do this. I use the the simultaneous mouse clicks to move around. And I use the ASD, CX, all the ASD, ZX, ZXC, sorry, I'm French Canadian, that's why I said Z. I use ASD, ZXZ, and F and V, so those 8 keys, plus the Shift as a modifier, Alt as a modifier, and Shift spacebar for my Displacer Beast. You guys might be wondering if it's weird to use ASD. I have to make a confession. I was a clicker up until Cataclysm was released, and I had played through Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King. So you really, because it was such a bad habit that I could not every time I try to start key binding, it just wouldn't work out. I'd always go back to clicking because it's muscle memory, right? So what I did is I decided, okay, I'm gonna stop myself from moving with the ASD, and that's what really caused me to start it. Really, for all you guys trying to start key mining that are clickers, I suggest you use ASD because you can't move with them anymore. And I know a lot of clickers use WASD to move around. So once you have ASD binded to spells, they don't do anything, right? You have no target. That's all they do, and it really helps you get your key binding game up a notch. So hey guys, that was my short UI key binding and rotation guide for Boomkin leveling. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys can expect more videos like these tutorials to come. Just subscribe, leave a comment, negative, positive, just give me some feedback on my videos. I've recently started YouTubing. I'm hoping to gain some sort of base of subscribers. So I hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time.